Show you this new trap that it's made for an excluder gourd, a PMCA excluder gourd. This thing works perfect in my tree swallow boxes. Now what I had to do, these clips were on it where you can clip this in the entrance of the excluder gourd. So I had to take these clips off, just a little Phillips head screw, and then I had to drill me another hole. I had to drill this hole, but it's going to be held in my tree swallow box with just that one screw, and it works so good. I had to make a video of it. Now I have these tree swallow boxes that line my yard. They circle around my purple martin colony. I've got 4 boxes that are exactly alike, and I've got a few standard Bluebird boxes. But this very end Bluebird box, this very end tree swallow box, I've noticed sparrows building in it. So we're going to install this trap and catch these sparrows very easily. Mom's feeding several babies. We can take these off. They just have a screw. Well, I could probably just move them out of the way, trim that corner. But anyways, I think I will do that. I'll just trim that corner to where I don't have to totally take the screw out. But this is great because then 3 babies can stick their heads out while Mom and Dad feed them. Now I just use a small Phillips bit that fits in a 1/4 inch socket on that small 1/4 inch drive ratchet. And then I hope my hands aren't in the way. But to keep the screw from going backwards, I have to hold it. As I tighten, I don't have to hold the channel locks. But now to go reverse, so I don't want the screw to back out, I have to grab it with my channel locks. And I'm pushing with my hand. I haven't drilled a hole with that little screw. I'm just forcing it in there. All right, now it's bit enough to where I don't have to use the channel locks, but I'll still use force with my hands and screw that thing in there. And it's got to be snug enough to where it won't wiggle back and forth. So I'll tighten it a little bit more, just enough to where I have to forcibly move that. But that one screw holds it in place. And I found out the hard way that this metal door has to be on first before you put the screw in. So let's look at this. Here's the trap from the front. Raise it up so you can see it. Okay, now you got to put the pin in the hole. It's hard to do. I'm holding the camera with one hand, so I'm just doing this with one hand. All right, so now that trap's ready. That's ready to, and when they jump in, they're going to land on this wire. You know, if you ever fooled with mouse traps, you know you got to kind of tweak them a little bit so that it'll make it sensitive. Okay, good. That's real sensitive. All right, so now I'm ready to catch a house sparrow. I'd love to catch the female first, but I've been watching them this morning bring nest material in and out, and they've got plenty of nest material in here, so I feel confident they will come back. All right, so I'm going to shut these up. These are tree swallow boxes that my dad made, and I just love them because it's something Dad made, but we got some information off the internet. I don't have the sizes, the interior dimensions, but these also work for bluebirds. But the tree swallows like it too. They have a nice perch. Like I said, the entrance holes, we can open them up once the babies get old enough and are looking for food for Mom and Dad. But all right, mainly this video is to show you how this trap works, and I'll show you how to retrieve a trapped bird with a plastic bag. Now from a distance with my binoculars, I'll be able to see the trap has tripped with the white door with red dots, so it'll be easy to see with my binoculars. Now there's my purple martin colony, and you can look, there's my tree swallow boxes surrounding the martin colony, and here's a bluebird box right here. I haven't seen any bluebirds this year, but I do have tree swallows, and there's a tree swallow active nest in here. That's a tree swallow nest. Tree swallow eggs. All right, now standing here, I was waiting on the tree swallow mother to come back, but I see my trap has been tripped. I caught a house sparrow already within 5 minutes. So let's go get that plastic bag. And we'll walk out here to the house. See, the door's tripped. So I know we've got somebody in there. I saw him go in. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna put this bag completely over the entire house. I've got that perch on there, so I needed a little bit bigger bag. But this clear bag is gonna go all the way over the house. So now I can just open that door wide open. Now I'm pulling it tight around the bottom. Pulling it tight around the bottom so that the bird can't get out. But I can look right through the plastic and pull the pins. I'm gonna lay the pins up on top. That's just how this house works. It's got little pins that hold the door shut. Lay them on top. We're gonna open the door and watch who flies out. There he is. Yep, that's the male. All right. Now he's down at the bottom. I want to scare him to the top because I don't want to lose him when I take this bag off. Or I could just do this. I could grab him in the bag. Now he's in my hand in the bag, and I'm going to take the bag off. And I can't stand killing any birds, but these birds kill our native birds to steal their nest sites. And this is the worst part about the hobby, but I'm going to show you how I kill. And first I positively ID. That is positively a house sparrow. That's a house sparrow. Now I've got his feet. That's the male house sparrow, no doubt. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put him in my hand, and I'm just going to do what they call a chest compression. I'm just going to hold him. He probably won't even wiggle. I hate this part of the hobby, and I'm literally talking to myself right now. He and his family of house sparrows kill our native birds to steal our nest sites. Unless you check inside your nest boxes, you'd never know, but I've witnessed it firsthand. I've seen it in my backyard. He's trying to breathe. But I don't even look at this. I'm just showing you this on video. Normally, I'll walk him. Well, we'll just go ahead and do our little walk. I'll walk him to where my dogs won't find him. Now this is why I have a nice healthy purple martin colony, bluebirds and tree swallows, because I keep the thug birds out. They know it. They fly in my neighbor's yard and they're covered with house sparrows and starlings because they don't want to kill them. But I take care of business here, and my neighbors probably wonder how come Larry has so many native birds in his yard. It's because I do what I hate to do. Now, he's already dead. He just took a forever nap, but that's an English house sparrow male. And before I walk away, I'm going to reset that trap and catch the female. I just toss him in the woods across the street to provide food for animals like raccoons and squirrels, and maybe a lazy hawk that would find a nice tasty house sparrow on the ground. He wouldn't even have to work for it. English house sparrows and European starlings are probably, I'm not 100% sure, it's probably the only two that's not protected by the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. And they can be eliminated during nesting anytime. They're not protected by law because they know that they're bad on our birds. And I'll just bury him right here. Martins are out feeding today. It's been a real cold morning. We had frost this morning. It's still late in April. Today's April the 26th.